Good morning. This is the Great Basin Fire Potential Briefing for Sunday, September 22nd. First day of fall. The days and nights are equal, and from here on in, the nights get longer and the days get shorter. But looking at satellite imagery overall, we mostly clear skies in the mid-levels of the atmosphere. The storm track is further up into British Columbia and the far northern Rockies, and that's where it will stay for the foreseeable future. We have no significant impacts for most of the days, other than a warming and drying trend. There will be some breezes, 20 to 30 miles an hour. Humidity will start dropping off. This will be occurring in the vicinity of some of our ongoing large incidents. We did have some lightning and some precipitation on the wetter side, so the lightning over wetter fuels, not really that big of a concern. No fire starts there. Initial attack quite light. Now, precipitation over the past 7 days, you see a lot of these greens here on the left, greens to dark greens. Those are ½ inch to an inch of precipitation. You can see on the right-hand side the percent of normal, 400 to 800%. But it is kind of a tale of two cities because you look in the far south and bone dry, near 0% of normal precip. The ERC point map kind of reflects that, but even though there was no precipitation, humidity is a little higher, temperature a little cooler, so the ERCs have gone down a little bit, remaining in the green just about in all areas. The 100-hour fuels still fairly dry in the mid to upper single digits in that far southern third of our area and parts of western Utah, and conditions will be gradually drying over the next couple of days. That will be the trend. Never mind this map through here, but overall we are looking at a drying trend. There's the storm track to our north. No significant fire potential issues. Looking at the winds, overall just fairly light winds today. Humidity in the 22 to 24% range in the central Idaho mountains, but getting down to the teens further south. Now for tomorrow, ridge of high pressure is starting to force its way in from the Pacific Northwest, kind of on a weird angle. There is a little weak disturbance that may skirt the far northern portions of our Idaho and the Wyoming region with some clouds, maybe a brief sprinkle at worst. Drier air further south, but there could be some gusty northerly winds. We see them through here. Some north-northwest winds funneling down across the Snake River Plain and across some of the higher terrain, where humidity will be down closer to 30% up north, of course drier further south. And that high pressure ridge kind of reestablishes itself across eastern portions of the Great Basin. So a lot of areas, Wyoming, Idaho, Utah, stay warm and dry. Actually, the entire Great Basin stays dry, and you can see the response on our 7-day fire potential. You can see that definitely a big change from just a few days ago. Winds on Tuesday, fairly light again. Humidity levels getting down into the single digits down south. Teens in the central portions of the Great Basin, and more like 25 to 35% humidity further north. Really no significant precipitation. Then on Wednesday, we do have a strong cold front approaching. Winds will be increasing significantly, most likely, across the area. Some of the computer models differ, but we'll have to watch for a potential wind test on Wednesday. Overall, you see the dryness continues. We actually get a little drier on Thursday with that breezy air, and looks like we'll get little to any precipitation with that system on Thursday. And then Friday, we see the drier air move in. You see the main storm track, but dry overall. So really no significant issues, and high pressure tries to build in from the east, actually, from near Texas, and keeping most of the Great Basin dry. There'll be a storm system possibly developing off the Pacific Northwest or the southern Canada Pacific coast, but at this point looks like everything stays to our north. Precipitation, nothing significant, maybe a few droppings right along the northern edge of our border, right on the Salmon River and across the higher terrain of Utah, but otherwise we stay dry, and that dry pattern continues in the 8 to 14-day outlook, September 29th through the 5th. Below normal precip signal and above normal temperatures continue. This concludes our briefing. Have a great day.